What is going on, everybody? Evans Gaming here, and I'm back with a special edition of Mortal Kombat video content covering the 1.10 patch for the third variations. And I gotta say, my queen is back. I am very, very happy with the new Scarlet changes, and enough so that I want to specifically stick to playing just her right now. So, yep, my main is back. So, definitely wanted to get that out the way. We're going to start off by covering what she got, and then we'll get into a few other characters that I mess around with you've seen on my channel, and we'll talk about what they got, and we'll go ahead and leave it there. But I definitely want to get into these variation changes, so let's do this. All right, so here we are with Scarlet's third variation. Oh, wait, sorry, I have to load it. Oh, no. And it's called Hemorrhage. Alright, so she didn't get too much, but the things that she did get have made me a believer, and I am very happy to play her again. So let's go ahead and start off with the Big Daddy. And it's called, what is it again? Boiling Point, there we go. So she now has this low move, and you can track it, and it combos. You can combo into it, and the meter burn version lets her move forward. So I'm gonna show you a couple things I come up with. So you could do like a typical. That's a different. Oh, sorry about that. That's a different move I'll get into in a minute. So you can meter burn, you know, set up all kinds of meaties. Another thing I came up with that's pretty good. You can toss this to stay safe. So you can see that you're plus 38. So getting a little bit. If they decide to delay wake up, then they have no options on wake up. They'll be forced to take that, or they could take a grab. And it tracks, so you can be full screen. How far does it go? It goes half screen there. So if you're like, you're full screen, because she lost the tentacle in this variation. So if you're full screen, you're gonna kind of have to do this or blood trail and move in. Once you're around this range, run around this range. Meter burn 1 is really good to let you get back in and start pressuring again. So it's a good way to check your opponent. They stand blocking everything like that. It's negative 19 on block. But I love the move because of the combo ability. And you can track with zoning. So the normal one goes right in jumping distance. The back one goes right literally in front of her. And they have the half screen one. There's a lot of good damage, and the meter burn one is very awesome. So you can do stuff like, let's see, because she does back 4-3, right? Yeah, so so we could do. So you would do the back one, right? Let me see. Yeah. So this could be a good combo now, right? Woo! To 93, and I get in there. I love it. She does not have the parry or the teleport in this variation. So that's mainly what I'm enjoying with that variation so far. So that's good at counter poking. What's time just starts up at 23 frames. So really unsafe stuff at certain distances. It could be good to punish it. We'll keep testing it. The other move she has is down 3. This move here nerfs damage done to her, whether projectile or attack. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. Alright, so what? 4-2-4 does 58 damage. And there's 49 there. So, and then projectiles take a little bit as well. So there's 51, the normal one does 60. So it takes about a good percent off. So I would say more or less When you're not, I would say more or less if you're not doing combos, use it kind of like Kano's chest bump when you get a chance. Like let's say you land one of these and they're trying to decide, you can just test one of those. You gotta check in with these at certain ranges. You could even do that too, like if you were to do let's see, it says 2 1 2. Should probably do the far one. Okay, so that one takes a little too much time. Ooh! 322 for that. That's really good. So you do 2 1 2, jab, 4 4, far scrap. And then you can set this up right there. That's really good stuff. So that's mainly what that does. I didn't test if it goes away on block, so I want to test that now. Nope, it stays there. So it lowers her chip damage as well. Alright, and then the last thing she got is down back 4. Which is this move here. She cuts herself and she walks towards you and does damage over time. Now, one interesting thing about this move here is you can restand with it in a combo. And it's +7, which is not great. She can't really jail into it, but I guess you can kind of bait your opponent maybe with a back 3. Down ones do not reach. So I guess if you were to try to do like 4 3 4, yeah, so you won't reach. And the recovery on it doesn't say. It also doesn't say what it is on block. So if you were to do like, and it pushes them back a little bit, but see, it doesn't say. It says hit advantage is -19. So I wonder if that's what it's supposed to be on block, and they put it the wrong area. So let me check. It's called Red Mist. Yeah, -19 on block. Okay. So yeah, so you can use it to restand. And what's good is it does damage over time. So you could do 4 3 4, do this, and it does all that damage. And while she's still stacked up there, you could do this, make them chip, make them eat that jail, dash up again while you're still glowing. Now when you're in this, when you throw them, it doesn't break it. Like, you lose it the moment you go for a throw. Like you see, she's still glowing, but because she's not exactly right next to them, she doesn't really keep it too much. So it's whatever. But it's gonna be definitely good for those Scarlets who are really good at frame traps, like, you know, doing stuff like this. It's really good stuff to really get that chip damage down. The most important thing about it though is that it can restand in your combos. Like I said, so you have 2 1 4. I mean 1 2 4. You can do it off that. +7 on hit, and this is the big thing that I noticed in this variation that got me excited. So I'm gonna do a lot more testing later, but I'm gonna show you this now. It has a big hitbox to restand the opponent at +7. That is super good. And on top of that, so you can also just do that, and it doesn't meter burn. So, and then you can just start jailing them with stuff like that. Yeah, I love this character now. This character is the way I want her to be. She's so much fun to play now. I mean, she's still gonna have a hard time with punishes. What's this? 13 frames. But I love it, and it's a mid too, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I haven't discovered anything else big with that yet, but that's the changes that she got as far as her variations. And now we're gonna go ahead and talk about what Cassie got. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get into Cassie. New variation is called Subs OD. All right, and the moves that she got is she has the hang gliding kick, which is a high. I haven't figured out a whole bunch of combo opportunities to use for it yet, but it's pretty good. I don't like it as much as I like her shoulder variation, but it's pretty good. I like this here, and you can variate it, keep it safe. That's down back, quarter circle back 1. I'm finding some interesting uses for it. Like I'm trying to do down 4. You know, try something like that. In the corner, it could be pretty good. So you could do like, they could wake up attack you, and that thing could still hit them. But I know when the people do wake up attacks, things disappear. So I guess it's a risk. I'm gonna really test some stuff with it, and if I really get down to what's solid or real, I guess, even though it's probably not gonna be real about this, but I'll definitely get back to you guys about it. But otherwise, now you know some decent combos. That's about it, really, right? And this, she has the cyborg stuff from Injustice. So if you give her a good hit advantage, like down 4. Sorry, down 4, down up. Whatever, I'll just do it this way. She can do it off down 4. I'm just bad at doing it. So you can do stuff like that. And the crazy thing is too, let's say you have let's say you had crush fatal blow activated. You can make that into a mix up. So you could do this, and if they're expecting that, you know, expecting nothing or something like that, you could probably mix in your you could probably do this and then do a crushing blow from there, so it can create a cross up at this angle here. Like you could do like, you know, something like this, and you just move up, they press a button, and you show autocorrect kick downwards. I actually want to kind of test that, but I want to see how it would look. She crosses up, or she like goes the opposite direction. Gauge fill, life percentage. Under 1, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, that looks pretty cool. All right. Alrighty. Oh, the last thing I want to mention with this move, Kung Lao doesn't have a low attack, so I'm gonna have to switch. I wish this game had a simple select like Tekken. But her new back forward 3, the glider kick in this variation, can low profile, low projectiles. Now, not a lot of characters have low projectiles, but in a situation where you happen to have it happen to you, or you are spaced correctly, it works pretty damn good. So I'm going to show you real quick, and then we're going to move on to probably Kano. I'm only really going to cover the characters I mainly use, which after Cassie will do Kano, Cetrion, and I don't know, probably Raiden or something. But so let's see, I have to grab the variation again. I believe Jade is already in the variation I need her to be in. So I'll show you if you're in this variation and you're, because they're gonna learn the hard way. So you fight a Jade doing that and time it, you get the crushing blow. Because this son of a bitch goes really far. Look at that. And that is for right now, that's Cassie from what I like of her new variation. And when I figure out what I like next, I will definitely get back to you guys and show you. Now we're gonna move on to Kano. Alright, and here we go with Kano, and his third variation is actually called Rat Bag, which is kind of lazy. Dirt bag, rat bag, whatever. Anyway, not too much to talk about this variation, at least not yet, that I found, but it has its uses. So yeah, Snake Bite, which is a mid to overhead attack. Now they nerfed the shit out of this move, because in the custom variation how it used to be, it did a lot of damage off some easy combos, but it does less damage than I was hoping it was gonna do. I knew they were gonna nerf it, but not as bad as they did. Like, I'll show you a perfect example. So one of the things I tested is I did, like, you know, I think like 2-2, something like that in back 3. That did like 220 or something like that, or 218, and that is 192. Like, I didn't think it was. I thought maybe like at least 200. Like, I used to get in red damage by doing stuff like that, you know. So it's not too bad. What is it? It's not safe on block. It's negative 15, 13 frame startup, so it's probably gonna be a decent punish. One thing I do like though is that they another thing too is you cannot range it, which I think is stupid. I think they should have kept it to where you could do down back 3 hold forward and like leap across the screen. That something like Shao Kahn, that could have been a pretty cool idea, but they didn't do that. Another one buff they gave to this move that they fixed that I like is he can now anti-air with it. You gotta time it though, like that. So you gotta like really wait for that hitbox to be active like that. Because before that move would actually grab them, it was like the upper part would hit, but the part where the knives get into you, where he bounces you, that part actually whiffs, so they would just float in the air after the rising knife hit. So I'm glad they fixed that, so he has a decent anti-air with that. There's pretty cool options you can get off of it. He no longer has knives, which in this variation he has laser now, which is pretty good. Decent mid. Like, you know, you like check poking like you do down one, back one. It's a good counter poke. It has a crushing blow off a whiff or a punish. So if like you're doing this and someone's zoning with you, you land first, you get a crushing blow. I've messed around with this on the towers. All it does is just do the crushing blow, it just knocks them back. It doesn't offer any combo ability. You have some decent ideas, you know. Not too big. It takes too long to start up, so you could do like, I think I had something like, I think it was something like that with laser. I don't remember. Not a lot of combo ideas with this yet. I wasn't really messing around with it. After I found Scarlet, I was kind of not really messing around with too many other characters. But yeah, pretty good that he has this. I like the knives more because he has two of them. So if someone mistimes a jump, the knife will catch them on the way down. This looks like it'll just get beat clean out by a good jump kick from a certain distance. So it's kind of whatever. I think that's really all he got, right? And I don't know anything about actual notes yet. I'll do a different video on that once the notes come out. Optic Blast, yeah, Black Dragon Ball, yeah, and Snake Bite. That's about it, yeah, so that's what I got. So yeah, do some combos. Like you can do back two. So like I do. So I could do like, let me see. Did they buff the hitbox on that? Because I wasn't able to used to get this that consistently. I know I'm doing that. Okay. I'll mess around more with his stuff later if you guys want to see. But right now, let's go ahead and move on to the next character, which is going to be Cetrion. And now we're going to go ahead and cover Cetrion, who's like been my new character I've been playing again lately. She was, when the game first came out, she was originally my main. I played it for a long time and started to pick her up again recently. So you've seen a couple of videos of me using Cetrion again. Going to be more content on her coming soon, along with, obviously, Scarlet now. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into what she got. The big buff I like that she got is back forward 4, which is the wind move. Because this was a big thing for me when the game first came out. I was using one of the variations she came with. Had this move already buffed in it, but of course that was the time I didn't know you had to switch the variations to tournament mode. I thought it were already set that way. Anyway, wind move is not safe on block. I don't think it is. So yeah, decent. -7. The meter burn one is +1. And as you notice, the meter burn one has a bigger tornado. So it's really good to catch people just trying to jump in. So you can mix this up if they try to approach. And then you can just mix up tornado and kind of move in off the +1. So, and she gains regular ground rock in this variation, which is good. So now I can go back to doing stuff like this. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. I'll come up with some interesting stuff for it. Alright, let's see what else she got. I'm trying to remember. It wasn't too many things except for the buff. Yeah, and then conflicts of elements, down, down, up. Alright, so what she does is it takes both bars of defensive beater and it gives her random moves like this. Yeah, she has to stay in the circle. I think this attacks the opponent if they get near her. So it's kind of like that, see? And it doesn't follow me, it stays there. So that thing I find kind of fair. Because if it followed her around, that'd be kind of cheap. So this one here pushes you away. Yeah, he actually has to walk towards me. And that's supposed to do like damage if you get into it, I think. I don't know. Yeah, that knocks you away. I forgot what that one does. See, it won't tell you in the move list, so you actually have to go to the ability selection and look at them. She has like I think 3 or 4 of these. And damage over time, so you can like throw them. Good stuff like that. It's kind of gimmicky and it wastes defensive bars, so if someone happens to guess right and hit you, you cannot take out of their combo. So I'd use this in specific situations if you have a life lead. Tornado is a good way to kind of bring more to the table outside of just tossing rocks, because it travels like pretty much almost full screen, and the meter run version full screen, and it covers the whole distance, so no one can jump around it. They have to take it. They have to block and move towards, and it's +1, so you can meet them halfway. That's pretty much all she got. Like I said, if character actual patches go for any of these characters, I'll make another video on that. I actually don't know who I want to cover next, so let me actually go and look. These characters I use mainly. Already covered Cass. Oh, let's cover Frost.
Frost. Sub-Zero.
She didn't get nothing too big, but she has some decent zoning stuff. This variation is more for zoning. If you know me, you know I specifically prefer zoning with this character anyway, because of the head drop variation, which I find so fun and rewarding, especially if people are impatient. So yeah, so she gains. Oh, sorry, I have to switch the variation, and it's called Arctic Anarchy. Okay. So she gets like a predator buff, like from MK10, but it's like his is also kind of shit though. But unlike Predator, she's not as cheap about it. Like down 3 is what you get, and then this one doesn't explode. It just makes some attacks, I think, have better build up or something. Yeah, basically, so what it'll do, if it goes off, it freezes them. The other, before they nerfed it, it used to just knock them away, kind of like Predator's move. Now, what makes it fair, unlike Predators, if you grab them, it goes away. So, but Predator was still tick, so you could do a grab and then it would explode and then get a combo. So they didn't want her to be like that, because they know people will complain. Oh, I think that could be good. Let me try something real quick. No, mistimed it. Shit. Let's see. I can't time nothing to beat that. I'll try one more. I don't want to waste too much video time on it. Okay. Interesting. I just decided to do 1-2 because it has some decent hit stun. And then meter burn again, and then it can freeze. And I could probably set up a reset with like head bop or something. She keeps this, so I can make my zoning up with that. She has back forward 1 now. For some reason, that randomly this move randomly crushes on training mode. It's a bug, because I don't have crushing blows set to on. Otherwise, now that would be working every time. See, they're off. So every once in a while, I do this, and it just crushing blows randomly, which is kind of stupid. So that's a bug they need to fix. Anyway, so she does that, and she can meter burn it, so she can take it half screen. And while she does that, she can mix these up. So she could like send this, mix it with that. So let me back up. So you could like do this, follow that up, mix this. Just kind of mix the zoning up. She has the up head. Then she has the dive kick, I believe is jump back 4. I don't know the actual input for it. Air ice kick, so jump back 4. I hate inputs like that. So she could do like, let's see. If she jumps in and it doesn't mean to burn. So I could probably do that with that combo I was thinking of earlier. Shit, mistimed it. Supposed to do 1-3 and then mistimed it again. I think I did jab and then did 1-2. Damn it. It's a good thing I recorded it already so I can see what that combo was. Nope, definitely not it. Anyway, I'll test it later, but I'm pretty sure I could, when they're frozen, I could probably jump up and land that. So this is 4-frame startup. What's the short hop version? 4 frames. And it's not an overhead. Damn it. So I hate inputs like this. Let's think of 13. I'm actually surprised it doesn't bounce off of them. How far does it go? Okay, decently far. And that's pretty much all she got. So just the explosion thing. I don't know what this by itself does. Without the meter burn version. Let me see if it tells me. If not, I'll just check it later. Core overload. Just does a damage buff. I think there are specials. So let's say up heads 90. 90, so I don't know. 30, 30. I don't know what it does damage to unless ice moves. What was that? 78. 78. Yeah, I have no idea what it buffs. Once I figure it out, I'll definitely get back to you guys with more Frost videos. I think that's gonna cover it for characters I want to do. I'm gonna do one more, and that's gonna be Shang Tsung. So we'll go ahead and get into him and we'll finish the video. Oh, I just figured something out. I remembered something a friend of mine had asked me because we were joking about it and we weren't sure, but I went ahead and tested it, and this is something important too to know for Frost. So I wanted to cover this before I grab Shang Tsung real quick to end the video. Okay, so if you have this explosion, it doesn't go away on block, which means like now on hit it does go away. Let's see, it's gone. But I'm going to show you something cool, so. Ah, damn it. Sorry. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, like, it'll explode automatically and freeze them. So if they were doing a jump kick and it explodes, it catches them in the air, so you could just neutral jump full combo. And same thing on the ground. I just found that out. That is really cool. I'm going to tell my friend about that in case he didn't test it. Anyway, let's go ahead and just get to Shang Tsung. His is not going to be very long. I just want to cover a couple things in case some of you are new to the game. Are new to the series, because the stuff with his variation is big for me because I am a huge MK9 fan, favorite fighting game of all time, favorite MK of all time. And of course this variation is all MK9. So whenever I play Shang now, it will be specifically this variation. So yeah, I'm going to rewatch that thing on Frost that I did so I can know that combo I did in the corner and amp stuff from it. Oh, sorry, let me put the variation on. Yeah, it's called Soul Eater. Went anime fans. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what this variation is known for doing. So you have down back 3, which is smoke. And what it does is if your opponent does, it'll tell you, but it's also cool to just kind of show it off. Does that. Yeah. Let me see what happens if you do the... Yeah, okay, so it does that. Now the other thing is this will not project, this will it will not beat normal attacks. Sorry. Unless you meter burn it. So if you meter burn it, then you get that. And MK9 was the same way. It didn't give Smoke a combo, he just landed on you. Now that the meter burn one is a much harder read. So that'll be something you'll have to test in like gaps and stuff like that. Like if you know your opponent's gonna start off pressing a button. Let's say I'm playing Shang and I know a Nightwolf player is gonna start off pressing forward 1. If I got a bar meter and I do that, I'm gonna instantly knock him down and get a mix up. So like that, stuff like that you could do. If you know a player's aggressive, mix that up in there. It does not beat lows. I actually have not tested throws, and it does not beat jump ins. So let me test throw real quick. That's actually something that I should test. Okay, so yeah, neither one beats yeah, okay, so armor 1 beats throws. Okay. Yeah. Because I was looking at my meter, I didn't spend it yet. Okay, so armor 1 beats throws and normals. And projectiles as well. The regular one just beats projectiles. Okay, so that's the thing to know about that. Alright, so then back 4 is the reptile. You meter burn it, he does like a little funny drop kick. Down back 4 is the rain kick. Now I'm actually hurt because you actually have to spend meter to get a combo with it. That actually hurts me as an MK9 player. So you have to spin the bar. I'm just really bad at like timing. I can see I'm not spinning a bar. Yeah, man, I was trying to do Ermac thing, but it's not coming out. And then you have the Ermac move, which is down back 1. And that's about it. So you have down back 3, down back 4. I mean, back 4, down back 4, and down back 1. 4 ninjas, 1 variation. He still keeps the skulls. So if you want to get into a zoning war with him, you could pretty much do this, right? You could zone, move forward. Sorry, I keep remembering down back 3. Just do this to kind of bait. So you zone. They get crazy. You catch them jumping in with this. Let me see the range on it. Yeah, just like MK9. MK9, this bitch was hella far. Meter burn. So I do like... So, okay, yeah, Rain's kick is too slow. So let me try, yeah, something like that. So that's pretty much what he's got. He's pretty much the MK9 lore that he was, which I love. Yeah, if you've been on my channel for a long time, you know I'm pure fighting game Mortal Kombat 9. Force lift, shake, slide, super kick. Yeah, and super kick you can also cancel, and you can delay for like a while. And I think if you like release it late, it does more damage. And MK9, I think it did with Rain. It's been a while though, so it's hard to remember. But yeah. Yeah, the roundhouse kick from hell, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and practice some more of that later. That's gonna go ahead and do it. These are all the characters I mainly play. The only one missing is Raiden, because I play him a little bit, but I'm not too interested in the Joe Push stuff. So I just wanted to cover the characters I do play, and I'm gonna replay. I thank you guys once again for watching. If you want to sit down and play me online, hit up GamerFlex88, and we can always get some games in Mortal Kombat. Thank you guys again once again for watching. I'll see you after Terminator comes out. We got a new season starting, I would say.